Bob's Basement final episode. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. Wait, the show isn't ending. They're just leaving Spotify. They essentially say it was a mutual decision. They got fired. Nope. That's awesome.
Definitely not.
Between them and the company being too exclusive, bro, it's a free platform. It's not exclusive.
Well, maybe they mean because they were exclusively on Spotify, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that is a dumb move.
No, but they say the company Spotify is too exclusive.
Yeah, that seems weird.
Yeah, let's see. They're like, bro, we're not paying you. You get like 10 views.
No hard feelings on either side. It's just it's time.
At the end of the day, it's business, right?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, a.k.a. they're like, we're not paying you.
Right.
This all leads back to the Aiden Ross stream.
He lost everything from that.
He lost everything.
Yeah.
Banks is like, we need to end the show.
Well, you think Banks ended it or Spotify ended it? Because it sounds like Spotify said we're not paying you.
I'm not sure, but I think the real reason is that stream. I can't say for sure, but
definitely.
Speculate.
I'm surprised Banks still associates with them. It's embarrassing. And to be honest, there has been a lot of guest hosts. I think Banks has been kind of MIA on that shit lately.
Yo, you're in trouble. That crypto shit. It's just business, and there's other things that we want to do in the future, and I just want to shout out to Dan over at Spotify.
Oh, Dan.
And a few other people that worked on this show. We appreciate you. We know all the time and effort and how hard it was to deal with us, because we're probably... I mean, I can at least speak for myself. I'm probably the most toxic motherfucker on the internet, so it's been challenging.
I think actually Jimmy Lee might have Keemstar beat. Although, maybe not. You know?
Interesting.
Some of those meetings, you're definitely the dickhead in the conversation most of the time.
Yeah, well, it's not just that. It's like a lot of the, I don't know.
That was a big hurdle for us. It's like me and Keem really were here when nobody fucking even knew you could make YouTube videos and make a career out of it. And here we are, in conversation.
Dude, we were one of the first Spotify original podcasts. Like, we made another wave. Like, it was so...
Oh, my God. You can't be taking credit. The only reason they knew they wanted to do podcasts, and they said, let's get a cheap little fucking show to test beta run this. Keemstar is taking credit for all of Spotify podcast movement.
Cool. Like, I remember meeting the Spotify people, and do you remember, like, we sat down on that first meeting, and they were like, so do you guys want to go on Jimmy Kimmel? And I'm like, no.
There's no fucking world where Keemstar goes on Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, Jimmy Lee thought he was going to be on Jimmy Kimmel yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
That's strange.
Wait, he did? What did he say?
Yeah. Maybe we should say this, but...
Tell me.
We walked, because we're in Hollywood, and we walked by his studio, and there's people lining up. So he thinks because Jimmy Lee's walking by with cameras that one of Kimmel's producers is going to recognize him.
Yeah, that's like the childhood fantasy of...
Right, so...
I broke into the candy store, and then a movie... or broke into the production company.
Yeah. Right.
Producer said, yeah, perfect.
And then the security told us to leave, so he comes up with this brilliant idea. He's like, well, if we keep walking... they can't necessarily stop us. So we just kept walking back and forth with him roasting people.
That's like kids in a department stores singing and singing, hoping that a recording artist like,
wait, how many times you guys walked by?
Approach.
I think
like 4 or 5?
Yeah, 4 or 5. It was insane, dude.
My guess is that he wanted to go there because people in the queue can't leave, So they're forced to listen to him.
That's where we got recognized the most from the podcast, and that pissed him off so much.
Oh, man. I can't wait to see this. This is going to be spectacular. Keemstar and Jimmy Kimmel, man. That'd be a fucking sight. So, Keemstar, tell me about the time you falsely accused someone of being a pedophile. Amazing.
10-year-old fan right away.
Thank you, Liam. Let's
They're like,
continue.
so do you guys want to go on Jimmy Kimmel? And I'm like, no.
His laughing it's like I've never heard someone laugh so insecure in my life.
Yeah, he just exhales so much. Bro needs to.
He was shocked because I'm like, no, we're internet people. Like, we don't want to go on any talk show. Like, it was just.
It's cool.
It was so.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool that they believed in us. It was a little
Banks is like, bro, you're so lame. I can't do this anymore.
too exclusive and too it just didn't make sense on both sides. Both of us and Spotify are totally happy with the outcome and really grateful for the experience.
Yeah, that's good. Banks is trying to be professional, you know. Banks saying they were infinitely larger than Impulsive, and Keem saying Ethan stole the idea from Frenemies. Oh yeah, Keemstar. Okay, let's hear it. It was good.
You see shows like Impulsive that started around the same time as ours, and ours actually came out the gate, infinitely stronger and bigger than Impulsive. If people, have been
So what? That just means your show sucks. People don't want to watch your show.
tuning in for that long, in the early days, the first few episodes we did Ninja, KSI, we did Adam 22, and those fucking cracked. We did them on my channel, on my YouTube channel, and those were cracking. And I don't know, again, no hard feelings. This is just a decision that everyone's kind of come to mutually, and it doesn't mean it's the end of Mom's Basement forever. I think we'll probably take a nice break and kind of readjust. And
oh, it's over. There's no way the show's coming back. I mean, if Banks wanted to make a podcast, there's so many more interesting people he could do it with than Keemstar.
Yeah, for sure.
He does talk about how it's like Spotify's too exclusive or something, but then later in the episode he says that maybe the show might come back on like Web3, some sort of thing, which is exclusive to me.
NFT podcast?
Yeah.
Yes, baby.
I mean, Snoop's in phase now. Maybe you do it with Snoop.
That'd definitely be more interesting. Yeah.
It figured out, but this show and IP are amazing.
For me, like
IP, stop it. What IP? Two idiots talking about.
The IP is cool, but Keemstar gotta go.
Mm-hmm. I hope you're the one that owns the IP.
like, I'm about doing shit before anyone. I'm about actually creating like a wave, right? So in the early days when we were doing the trolling stuff, nobody did anything like that. And then we built an entire genre on YouTube.
How does Banks tolerate him? He is just full of bluster. He's so insecure. He's just bragging about himself. How do you talk to this guy on a weekly basis?
Doing this, trolling and gaming entertainment content. And when I launched Drama Alert, there was no competitors. I was literally the first drama channel. When we did Mom's Basement.
It was before this whole podcast wave. It really was.
Yeah. Well, actually, let me take it back. The podcast I was on prior to this, which was Bait It, was set up with me and Clown being arch enemies. There was not a podcast with two enemies going to war every day on a podcast. That didn't exist. I started that wave. We had Ethan Klein on. He liked the format. And,
Is that wait, sorry. Listen, Kim, I'm sorry to break it to you, but saying the N-word on Xbox Live is not revolutionary. Actually, that was pretty commonplace before you started doing it. So thank you.
I'm pretty sure that's where the idea of frenemies comes.
I cannot believe he thinks that Baited inspired frenemies. Now that is fucking incredible.
Comes from. And so with Mom's Basement, we were the first ones to really, we could go all the way back.
This is so embarrassing. What is Mom's Basement other than just a couple of dudes talking? What is revolutionary about that?
Why are you so cute when you talk shit?
He's so embarrassing. Who the fuck, bro? Well, I guess that 16-year-old. The Keemstar rules. Ethan's changed.
Keemstar! You were asking why he was so mad. That's probably why, because Mom's Basement's ending. He's having a bad week.
16! Mom's Basement's ending.
Oh, Scoob.
Me and Blade had a video podcast like way back, but I mean, me and you kind of set the
Podcasts
stage.
have been around forever, but it was kind of like you either did YouTube videos and that kind of content, or you did podcasts. You were like an older like comedian or like.
How about instead of just talking about how great you guys are and how you revolutionize the genre, how about you just make a good content that people actually want to listen to, so your shows don't get canceled? Yo, we got dates, bro. We got dates. Wait, Keemstar. We got dates. Keemstar came on our podcast April 10. Mom's Basement appeared May 2nd. That was their first episode. Keemstar was on our podcast May.
An entire year before.
Wait, what's a whole year?
Yeah.
Yeah, April 2017.
So who inspired who? I'm not going to sit here and talk about how I revolutionized the genre. But if you want to say, I didn't revolutionize the genre, let's be honest. But you came on my fucking show. And they made your show a year later. You fucking stole it, bitch.
Just saying.
Just saying. Boom, 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 boom. Send that GIF. Yeah, he's talking about Baited, where I stole Frenemies from. Send Keemstar that GIF. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I don't care. It's just funny to listen to this kid.
Like, you know, somebody in the sports world or fashion world and specifically had a podcast geared toward, you know, a certain specific demographic. We definitely, were one of the first to pop in and just say, we're going to do, you know, an everything internet culture.
Truly revolutionaries. I think it's awesome that they're just like, as their podcast is just becoming completely irrelevant, just talking about how awesome they are. Keemstar doesn't know what a metaphor is. Okay, I believe that.
Now that I'm thinking about the stuff that we can't talk about, I want to talk about something so bad. I got to tell you about this one thing. So I'm gonna say it in a metaphor, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, he does not know what a metaphor
Well, let's
is.
hear what he has to say.
Well,
Okay. Do you know, like back in the day, like in old Russia, there was that nuclear plant that blew up? Like, what's the name of that?
Bro, you are so dumb. I'm sorry, but I can't do this. Should I need to proceed through this?
I think you're gonna want to hear this.
You know what I'm
Banks
talking about,
doesn't
right?
know?
Chewbacca?
Shavola or something?
I don't know what you're talking about.
This is, and they're wondering why their show got canceled. Yo, do you remember that nuclear power plant that blew up? What is it called?
Corolla?
Corolla, Toyota Corolla.
In Russia, by the way, which
was it in Ukraine, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Chernobyl, of course. But I love that Banks doesn't even know what he's talking about.
No.
Oh man, you definitely know what I'm talking about.
It's a great story so far.
Oh, Chernobyl? You're talking about Chernobyl?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Wait,
I
is
can
that
never-
Russian? Is that in Russian?
Oh my God,
No.
Banks is so much smarter than Keemstar.
Yeah, he's infinitely smarter.
Yeah,
and infinitely more successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Ukrainian.
Yeah, but that was in the old Soviet Union,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
before
okay, yeah,
before Russia was Ukraine was a country.
True.
So
Old
when
Russia.
that
Yeah, then he goes, old Russia.
No. But okay, keep going.
that thing blew up.
Remember, this is
right?
a
Like,
metaphor.
it was
Yeah, this is all a metaphor.
This is a metaphor, so let's see where this is going.
An extended metaphor, you might call it,
Yeah.
the literary term.
really like a lot of people died. Like and like you still can't go there. There's still radiation levels. Like it's bad.
FaZe
right?
Adapt went there and he absorbed so much potassium that they advised that he never eat bananas again for the rest of his life.
Oh my God, he went there? Why did he go there?
He went there for a music video and just like as a video.
Absorbed
Like, we
potassium?
went to Chernobyl. Because you can tour.
What the fuck are they saying? This is the weirdest anecdote ever. He absorbed potassium from being near Chernobyl?
He got powers.
Is that something that happens?
I think what they're saying is that he absorbed so much radiation.
Yeah, he said potassium.
Well,
though.
potassium is radioactive, and there's tiny, minuscule amounts of it in bananas.
No, but he said
Yeah, there is a nugget
understand.
of truth where this is coming from, but I think
He meant to say radioactive.
Yeah, some wires are getting crossed.
So he says he absorbs so much potassium, which is a vitamin.
Right, but I believe potassium.
He says, don't eat any more bananas for the rest of your life. I'm sorry, but what the fuck?
Like there are certain parts you can go, but
I mean, I know what he's saying. He's saying he absorbs so much radiation that he can't even eat bananas anymore because bananas are slightly irradiated.
Right.
Yeah.
High risk, and they like do monitor your like radiation levels and shit, and they do like They do
Somebody
like
donated
preface you, and you have to
$100
sign
and
all
said
this
nuclear
shit,
power
and, like, go
plant
through all this
chorizo.
whole process to even go.
What, Dan?
Somebody donated $100 and said nuclear power plant chorizo.
Chorizo, yeah.
I think he's fucking stupid.
This is, in school you learn when you make a metaphor, you want it to be really clear. It's important not to get your metaphors mixed up. You want to make a very clean metaphor to drive your point home. So far, we're in old Russia, the plant chorizo, and we're getting too much potassium.
Yeah.
Okay, where are we going with this?
And his biggest takeaway, because just adapt, right? His biggest takeaway was they told me to just stay away from bananas. So this guy don't even like bananas. Bucket.
Anyhow, I'm going to tiptoe around this because I want to say this so bad, but it might get cut out. I don't know. But there is a much.
Do they not even have editorial control of their episodes? Who's going to cut it out?
Well, no one at all, because
it's clearly in the show.
Right.
Larger nuclear plant in the Ukraine right now. It's the biggest one in Europe. And there's fighting going on right there. And there's a live stream. And there's like a fire in the facility. And they said if it blows up, it's going to be like 10 times worse than the first one that we were talking about. Yeah.
Chernobyl.
Sketch.
The way he just phrased that, it sounded like this one time at band camp, there was this fire.
Keemstar on Truth Social for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So, what is the metaphor here? Is like, I'm going to speak in a metaphor. So, you know that nuclear power plant that blew up? So, there's a nuclear power plant right now, and there's some fighting going on in there. Isn't that crazy?
I'm assuming he's getting to something. That something is like
It's
that.
deep.
Oh, no.
That's it?
No.
Happen, even if it's like a little bit like not, even if it's not perfectly accurate what you just said, it's still cool to talk about and like wonder about,
What are you guys? It's incredible they understand each other.
I'm just hearing coconuts in Chernobyl.
Yeah,
Right now.
yeah.
That's all I'm hearing.
Bananas in Chernobyl.
Yeah, bananas in Chernobyl.
Wait. What the fuck? How did they? He's like, yo, that's really interesting and cool. Like, dude, that was a sick analogy.
And it's cool to talk about, man.
That was a cool metaphor, bro. He's like, yo, we're gonna do a little current events right now. So get ready. This is gonna shock all you.
What I
guys.
love about this too is this whole like discussion clearly came about in Keemstar while recording the episode. Keemstar.
He's a Keemstar.
Keemstar? I think I said Keemstar.
What does he sell? What does Keemstar sell?
Candy.
Yeah.
Metaphors.
Candy.
Carnival passes.
Cotton candy.
Sorry.
He's
Bad
a Keemstar.
Yeah, I think he was just looking at his phone while they were recording the episode and just saw something on Twitter about this incident at this nuclear plant.
The fighting near this
decided to just start rattling off about it.
Let me tell you about bananas. Someone said.
I wish people weren't so weren't so fucking, I don't know. Everybody's on edge.
Stop it! Stop! Just taking this stretch here.
Wonder about, I wish people weren't so weren't so fucking.
What is going on
Everybody's
about lip flapping?
Powerful stuff.
I think
They're like, why was our show canceled?
I think he's got mad fucking cotton mouth.
Yes,
the dude is
all I'm
fucking
hearing
high off his ass, which is why this conversation is this is such a stoner conversation.
Yeah, they got them
They need to burn it all
Rolotoni
down.
licks.
Dude, they go in with no prep.
Right now?
They do one take.
It's
Like,
clear. Ever since they
that's
got bought
annoying,
up
bro.
from Spotify, they just dropped the ball completely. They don't care at all.
Well, look, he put it on his main channel at first. They had interesting guests, so of course reviews will be great.
Yeah.
Challenging podcasts, I've always said, is getting past 20 episodes when you've exhausted all your resources, all of your connections, and then you actually have to make a show.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you see if people actually want to watch this shit or not.
Had sex in the treehouse. On edge. It's fucking. The internet sucks right now. The whole fucking.
The United.
Okay, wait. Just listen to this. It's just. I'm sorry, but this is poetry. We need to put this on a DVD and launch it into space.
Yes.
Like, weren't so fucking. I don't know. Everybody's on edge. It's fucking. The internet sucks right now.
Wait,
The whole
sorry, I didn't go
fucking,
back
like,
far enough.
Like a little bit, like not, even if it's not perfectly accurate, what you just said, it's still cool to talk about and like wonder about, you know? I wish people weren't so like weren't so fucking, I don't know. Everybody's on edge. It's fucking, the internet sucks right now. The whole fucking.
The United Kingdom.
That excerpt from Banks is truly. It proves his IQ status, his Mensa membership. It's just, I would like to frame that. This metaphor is off the rails, by the way. This is high level conversation, dialogue.
Has just called for an emergency meeting of the United Nations Security Council. I'm reading this from actual like mainstream media, so don't censor me.
No one's censoring you, dude.
the
Nobody
United
cares.
Nations
Nobody even
Security
understands
Council,
what you're
after
talking
heavy
about.
Fighting
Like, why would they censor this?
What does he even
You don't
mean
have
by
a
that?
fucking point. You've been speaking for like 2 minutes, and you're just like talking in circles about some nuclear power plant. No, like, why is that being censored? The fuck are you talking about?
I don't even understand. Why does he think someone's going to censor him?
I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about.
Don't censor me, bro. But one time my friend went to what was that? Chernobyl. Chorizos, and now he doesn't have to eat bananas ever again because he got so much potassium.
I gotta tiptoe around this topic, man.
So don't
it's really fucking controversial.
Let me tell you about banana.
It's so fucking amazing.
Between Russia and Ukraine forces threatened the security of the Zapas, I can't pronounce the name, nuclear power plant, the biggest nuclear power plant in Europe. That's official media.
What's the source?
The official media is CNN.
We live in a time where it's really. It is important to speak up against shit that you don't fuck with, but it's also important to speak up against shit you do fuck with.
Oh,
dude, that's so deep.
That is some fucking.
Have you guys? Is that what you're doing right now? I don't know. Is he speaking up against shit he fucks with, or against shit he doesn't fuck with? What's happening? And are we still in the metaphor?
Do want to see, right? Because oftentimes people, you know, the fucking squeaky wheel's the one that gets the grease, right? It's like cliche, but it's very fucking true. It's like most people are really only willing to speak up and talk their shit when they're bitching about something or like uncomfortable.
Did he have a fucking ring go off in the podcast? My dogs are barking because they're trained to go off on that. It's awesome.
Comfortable with something or have a problem with something, right? Rarely do you see people like going out on a fucking limb to defend something or like.
What the fuck are you saying?
I don't even know.
What the fuck are you saying?
I really appreciate.
Yo, what the fuck? Wait, hold on, listen to this part. He says it's important to fuck with what you do fuck with and important not to fuck with.
Even more important.
But then he makes no stance.
Yeah.
He doesn't make a stance. And then this golden moment here. Listen.
I'm just.
Have a problem with something, right?
Here, listen.
Rarely do you see people like going out on a fucking limb to defend something or like.
Phase Aristotle, someone said. Phase Socrates up here.
Blanks.
Wait, okay, listen to this.
I'm just. I don't even know. I really appreciate all the love and support.
Why does he sound like a fucking preschool teacher turning the pages of a book? That's exactly what it sounds.
But FaZe was so incoherent that Keemstar didn't even know what to say, and then you just hear Keemstar chewing into the mic with just dry mouth. This is the best.
or like uncomfortable with something or have a problem with something, right? Rarely do you see people like going out on a fucking limb to defend something or like.
I'm just, I don't even know. I really appreciate all the.
This is the best. And this is just, we don't ever listen to this, but this is the final episode. So they went out with like, huge, they went out with a big, they put a lot of work into this final episode.
Love and support that we've had over here on Spotify from our fans.
Yeah. So a fond farewell to your mom's basement. Your mom's basement. That was amazing, man. Wow. They should do a current event show. I'd actually love to listen to that. I want to listen to them talk about. I want them to do a fresh air podcast. Well, we've once again not talked about anything in the title. Like, I feel like we've already done what? How long have we been going?
Oh, we've been going for 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Kim, Pete, Kanye.
Yeah.
Well, boom. Now you can put it in the title. You said it.
Done.
Yeah, it's true.
We should. I guess let's do it on Friday because I just can't get into all this now.
Get your fucking ass up and work.
Yeah, I do want to talk about that.
Can I say, apparently, I saw in the chat everybody was roasting me for the way that I said. I gotta think about how to say it now. Nuclear. I think I said nuclear.
Wait, you said it like George Bush? Nuclear. It's gonna go.
Oh, I just looked it up, and apparently this is a very contentious thing.
Oh, here we go. Dan's got it.
No, look, there's a debate on Wikipedia about how to pronounce it.
So wait, what did you say?
Now I'm like not sure because I'm like self-aware of how I'm saying it now.
I think it's pronounced funger.
Funger?
Nuclear.
Put your funger in the air if you're all about it.
I guess I'm saying nuclear, which is incorrect.
What's that J. Cole song where he says, put a finger in the air?
If you want...
How's it go, Zach?
Fuck.
Put your fingers in the air if you...
Put a finger in the air. That's from his All Eyes on Me record.
I like put a finger in the air if you're all about it.
Put a finger in the air if you're all about it.
Yeah. Deja vu, that's it.
Yeah.
Put a finger in the air if you're all about it.
Put a finger in the sky if you want it. Now put two fingers in the sky if you want it.
Funger.
Nuclear. Everyone say nuclear. Go ahead, AB.
Nuclear.
No, say it.
Hey, that's wrong, apparently.
Say it.
I'm afraid to say it.
Just say it.
Nuclear.
Zach?
Thank you for whoever enunciated that.
Olivia?
Nuclear.
Love?
Nuclear.
He says it the best.
He says the best. He's not even from here.
Ian?
Nuclear?
Nuclear.
That sounds right.
Chicken.
Chicken?
According to this,
chicken.
According to this,
What do you mean? It's just some.
I love chicken.
Dwight Eisenhower, Jimmy Carter, Bill Clinton, and George W. Bush also said it wrong.
So what? How did they say it? I've always been confused by this.
I think
debate.
it's such a common mispronunciation
What's
that
the mispronunciation,
I've absorbed. The way I was saying nuclear is wrong. Nuclear. There's too much emphasis on the second.
Why does it? I always
syllable.
was confused why everyone cares so much. I mean, it's
apparently
phonetic.
it's just wrong.
Nuclear.
No, it's NUC. It's nuclear.
Oh, I see. That's the misspelling on the top left. Nuclear.
Right.
Nuclear. I see.
Nuclear. Well, I'll try and correct that.
Yeah,
but no
clean
guarantees.
that shit
I think
up.
I've just
That's
been saying it my whole
embarrassing, bro.
fucking life.
After we were just going on about Keem and Banks, and you're gonna come out and say nuclear.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
Delete it, fat.